Hello, my name is Hector Garcia, and I am the lead project scientist for an ODU research lab known as the Virginia Modeling, Analysis, and Simulation Center, and I am an architect. Let's talk about architecture and how it relates to the science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, or STEAM for short. When STEAM is brought into the conversations, people associate it with hard sciences like engineering, chemistry, math, physics, technology. Very rarely people think about professions that cut across STEM disciplines. Architecture is one such profession, but most people don't think about architecture this way. Think about it as a profession where you learn how to make nice drawings for making buildings. But the reality is that architects are trained for doing much more than just drawing. So, how does being an architect relate with being on a STEAM-related field? An architect has to have some basic structural engineering skills as a base for designing buildings. You have to understand how different materials work together to hold a building. We need to learn about different structural systems and which ones work best under different environmental conditions, like wind, rain, snow, sun exposure, earthquakes. This knowledge of how and why different structural systems work gives architects the skill to think creatively through their designs and how structures can help inform their design. An architect has to have some basic math knowledge. We use these math skills for drawing, designing, construction, to name a few. Some example of math used for design and construction can be used when designing roofs or stairs. You probably have heard the term pitch roof, referring to a type of roof in a house or building, but the name derives from the mathematical description for a slope. We use these skills to describe how steep a roof will be and to help contractors build it. Some other math skills, such as arithmetic, can be used to calculate the amount of material that we need to use to build a particular part of the building and how much it will cost. An architect has to have some basic science knowledge like physics, like thermal energy transfers, static forces. Physics helps us understand static and dynamic force distribution in our buildings, and allows for us to use these skills to create exciting design structures that look like they are floating or defying gravity. It also helps us understand how thermal energy works, so it helps inform what type of materials to use in our buildings to keep them thermally comfortable, and is also used to create green buildings. You have probably heard people refer to an R number when talking about house insulation. R is the variable used for the physics equation to calculate thermal resistance. The higher the R, the better insulation. But this usually comes with increasing the thickness of a wall, which impacts the design. An architect needs to be skilled in the use of technology. We use computers and software for doing our job, and we rely on machines to help the construction process. As architects, we use technology for every aspect of our jobs, from designing, planning, coordination, managing, analyzing the environmental conditions, integrating systems in buildings, and to create documentation, just to name a few. An architect also needs to have some knowledge in arts. Architects are artists that communicate through space and form. Ideas are built in 3 dimensions that can be inhabited by people. Architecture as art is not solely confined to pen and paper, computer renderings, or scale models. Undoubtedly, art affects emotions and is connected to the psyche. Line, form, color, value, and texture unite and create a response within the viewer. Certain pieces may make the viewer feel empty, while others bring light, life, and warmth. So, I hope that this video has helped you understand how architects make use of all the different STEAM disciplines and how we use all of these skills to be creative thinkers and problem solvers of the built environment. Thanks for watching.